A question, does this game have audio? Does this game have audio? Oh my goodness, there's audio! Democracy Manifest. Some bugs that no longer plague us. Connected as pirate paws. Okay, that means I at least opened that game once before. Settings. I have no idea why there's a... No, this is grayed out. Okay. Does any one of you have a clue how this works with Twitch? New Dynasty. New monarch name. Okay. Horse. Dynasty name. Fancy period. That's a dynasty. Green Paws of the Panther Dynasty. Sounds legit, doesn't it? Hey, kitty. I sent my birthday wishes. Hooray. Also, happy birthday. Party game or play on Twitch? Play on Twitch. Stream on Twitch and your viewers can join your game simply by typing into chat. Players who have bought the game will appear in the story more often. Okay. We go with this one. Continue. Twitch extension. Our Twitch extensions, blah 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 blah. Shows players the regain wealth scheme and more. Install it. Should we activate that? What happens if I open this? I'm ending up on a wrong screen. That was clear. Where's my Twitch? Here's my Twitch. Wait, that thing is installed! That thing is already installed. Activate as overlay 1. Done. Okay. Activated. Whatever that does. The layout seems a bit screwed in widescreen. Could it be? Barons of the March, Chiefs of the North. Oh. Choose 3 regions. Oh. Just take these 3. Totally randomly. Tutorial. Join the game. Your nobles may join via Twitch chat with exclamation mark join followed by pronoun. Like join she. Okay. Players can join mid-game and their wealth and region are saved in continued games. Okay. Okay, did you get that, Chatto? You join the game with exclamation mark join followed by your pronoun. Like join white space cheese. If your pronoun is cheese. Sing happy. No. Boys is not singing. Forget that. Type join in Twitch chat to join game as a noble. New Dynasty players who own the game can type join region. Join specific region. Okay, I have no idea how this works if you own the game. Patricans of the coast. The Frosty. Oh, Kitty. Kitty joined as a noble. I cannot sing. Meh. Cutie Peter has been put up here. Baroness Arbiter. And Countessa Calatanada. Does it allow only one person per thingy, or? I mean, there must be at least one in each region. Can someone else also try join? I want to see what happens. Or if anything happens. Like Stinky or Creek. Where's Creek? Oh, Olo! Olo! Hello, Olo! Please type exclamation mark join followed by your pronoun. Oh, it also works without pronoun, obviously. Okay. Now it distributes more players among the areas. Okay. Noble perverts all evens. Okay, let's start it. I mean, it said you can join mid game. Let's start and see what happens. King of the Castle Primer. Yeah, it seems so a color. King of the Castle Monarch. Winning. The path to victory. Nobles winning. Scheme titled Conspiracy. To win, pass all 3 stages of your scheme. Each stage requires you to get stats to certain levels which are affected in votes. Oh my goodness, this is rocket science! Monarch schemes. Ragnarok. Subterfuge. Conspiracy. How you vote is up to you. For your Regan scheme to stop other schemes or for the good of the kingdom. Monarch defiance. Nobles rebellions. If your defiance stats is high enough, you can rebel. This bosses your scheme and is risky, especially if you have low military. Oh my goodness, what is this game? Events. Each season you will get 3 events to play. Click on one to get started. Click on one to get started. Okay. That must be these things. Coronation! The monarch. This is your monarch. The streamer's character. Okay. They'll appear in most stories, but not all. Okay. Kingdom stats. These are the kingdom stats. If any of them are 0 at the start of a season, the game will end. Okay. Regen stats. These are the regen stats. The stats determine which events are generated. Whatever these symbols mean. Defiance. If defiance is higher than both authority and stability. Okay. A regen can trigger rebellion. This will cause the scheme and blah 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 blah. That was in the other thingy stated. You can scroll through the full list of nobles and their wealth here. Nobles list. That's this button, okay. Oh, rich people! I see rich people! Give me all your money! Frosty, the TTS is broken. For whatever reason. Your Majesty, I've scheduled your coronation to take place in a week's time. Shouldn't I be giving the orders now? Of course, Your Majesty, but to delay any longer would make the nobles restless, and when nobles get restless, they take their daggers and look for the near... Oh, okay. As a tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation. Let's get this over with then. Choices and stats. Certain choices will change stats. Some choices that do so will indicate this change here. Okay. Voting. These are the upcoming choices your nobles will vote on. Each of these may change stats in some way. Laws of the land. The monarch can change how a vote is run with a law. Okay. Limits to laws. You may use one law per vote. Try using your veto on one option you dislike. Okay. When the vote opens, nobles vote using the command vote followed by the choice letter. Like vote A. Okay. The monarch may close the vote anytime after all nobles have voted, or the timer hits 0. Okay. Set laws for voting. I have a feeling the layout is a bit jinxed here. Okay, start vote. Chatto has to vote. And I need to check this stupid point. Second. Die Sporte. Where is the sound alert? Oh, are we done already? No. Host a lavish parade with chocolates and fountains of wine. Oh, there's a sheep. Somewhere is a sheep. Here you sheep. Troops shall bear the queen through the streets atop a shield. Oh, that sounds so Asterix and Obelix. Yeah, not everyone voted yet, so let me switch to my account. Dropped. Oh, it actually says dropped for your redeems. Your sound alerts browser source is offline. How is that even possible? That's weird. It shouldn't be. Okay, have we voted? Okay, let's go. Four nobles voted for troops shall bear the creed through the streets atop a shield. Oh! Ha! Too bad. Stat changes. This shows which stats has been which stat has been changed and how much by. Okay. Behind my head it says military is now strong. It grew by 1 from 5 to 6. Soldiers from across the kingdom take part in the parade. They're even outfitted in impressive new equipment for the occasion. As you climb up onto the shield and hold your sword aloft, you realize this is not going to be easy. Your arm quickly starts to hurt. The soldiers stagger and groan under your weight. Hey, I'm not... little bit fat. Man. Authority. Oh no. Sure enough, one of your shield bearers trips on a loose cobblestone and drops you face first in a puddle. In full view of half of the city. At least the only thing hurt is your pride. Ree! Oh my goodness. This game is evil. I have a feeling this game is evil. Hey, Eileen. Okay. Man. Choose a color. Wait, isn't this a sound? No, it's not a sound alert. Eh? Cake. One moment, Chatto. What's wrong here? Refresh. Everything okay? Have fun. Something did not load correctly, it seems. Maybe the GTS is now working too. It's like that Death by AI game on Discord. Maybe. Council introduction. Chancellor. Now that you're the queen, your first duty is to meet with the Council of Nobles. The nobles hail from all across the kingdom. The desolate east, the wealthy coast, and of course the bleak march. Sorry. Sorry. Counts. Let's go to Akala and Sheep. An honor to finally make your acquaintance, Your Majesty. May you escape the doom that befell your predecessors. Kind words from Sheep. I see. Introduce yourself to the... A pleasure, Your August Majesty. I hope to see our kingdom prosper and grow wealthy under your reign. By Lady Baby Cheetah. Stinky Fox, hail and well met, Your Majesty. Under your leadership, we'll whip the kingdoms into shape, Oh yeah, that's totally something Stinky would say. The council hall immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue with each other and demand your favor. You sigh and sit back. Is that what the council is like? No wonder your father told you to avoid the throne at all costs. Okay. There's only one button left. Pause, press last button. Heir and ambition. The monarch must acquire an heir and complete their ambition to win the game. A spouse is useful, but not necessary. Okay. Complete your ambition before a scheme or rebellion words. You or before you lose all authority, treasure, and stability. Oh, goddammit. Spy Master. Your Majesty, the first few years of your reign are the most difficult. You're new and unproven. The nobles of the council will scheme against you, especially Stinky Fox, hoping to kick you off the throne and put their own puppet, Clement, in your place. Oh no! To defeat their schemes, you must secure an heir and prove that you are worthy of the crown by completing an ambition. Okay. My question is this. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? The hell? As a conqueror. Peacekeeper, greatest queen who ever lived. As the mother of the nation, as the architect of Golden Age, as a saint. As the greatest queen who ever lived. I see. You're the type who likes to build lots of statues of yourself, aren't you? I had one in Baldur's Gate. I suggest over the next few years you focus on improving your authority as much as possible. Let's build statues everywhere. Yes, sir. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. Now that you have played all events, advance the game by clicking End Season. Okay, End Season. Each region will now vote for one of 3 randomly selected schemes. Schemes are made up of 3 stages with specific stat requirements. Passing all 3 scheme stages places the region's claimant on the throne, winning the game. No, not allowed. Luca of the Lord Arbiter bloodline, notorious marcher general, stands before a blazing hearth, yelling at full volume. When have the barons of the march backed down from a fight? Never! I know you'll do whatever it takes to put me, your rightful monarch, on the throne. Okay. Oh, you can read all this, okay. What scheme should the barons pursue to overthrow the queen and place the preferred claimant Luca on the throne? Voting is open. I do assume you need to use this exclamation mark vote and letter again. It did a ding-a-ling, but it does not show anything. Open to Barons of the March only, yes. Barons of the March need to vote. Who's Barons of the March? That's Lord Arbiter and Stinky Fox. Lord Arbiter and Stinky Fox need to vote. I mean, this is possibly a game which you can play with 100 people. Feels like that, at least. Stinky Fox fell asleep already again? Also, hey, you space cat. Yeah, Cutie Peter, looks like Stinky Fox left you hanging. Continue. Voting has closed. One noble voted for Super Fudge, the Subterfugi? I have no idea how this word is pronounced. Goal is lower stability. Okay. The barons plan to replace the queen's advisors with their own agents. First, they must prove they are doing a bad job. To advance the scheme, the barons must lower stability to 4 or less in 3 seasons. Okay. Yuli of the Akala Tanara dynasty, infamous former hermit, leans delicately on a podium, speaking in a melodious voice. My fellow counts, in ancient times the East was its own proud kingdom. We can bring back those days of glory, but not while the false Queen Paws wears the crown. Three. Open to counts of the east only. What scheme should the counts pursue to overthrow the queen and place their preferred claimant Julie on the throne? That is Akala and sheep, I think. Yes. Voting is open for Akala and sheep. Possession. No sheep will vote? Okay. Continue. Possession. Lower on defiance. Okay. The counts plan to summon a demon to possess the queen, putting her totally under their control. First, they must lull the queen into a false sense of security. To advance the scheme, the counts must lower their defiance to 4 or less in 2 seasons. Okay. Julia of the Frosty of the Kitty family. Notorious coastal prodigy scribbles with a well-used quill on a hardwood desk, speaking calmly. Fellow words of the coast. My claim to the throne is far more legitimate than that of Queen Poise. Something must be done. Voting is open. Oh, that's Kitty, Olo, and Cheetah. Cast your votes. What's this weird window here? Yawn ball. Kitty not there anymore? Okay. Corruption. Lower authority. There's authority behind my head. The birds plan to turn the throne into a commodity that can be bought and sold at will. First, they must ensure that the rule of law is crumbling. To advance the scheme, the birds must lower authority to 4 or less in 3 seasons. Okay. Claimants. Here you can review the Regian schemes and the claimants. When you have a hair, they will appear on the right side of this page. Okay. Wait, what? Oh. If your reign ends abruptly, the nobles will vote for the next monarch. Oh dear. This vote is between 2 Regians with the highest combined stats and your hair if you have one. Okay. Okay. Adopt the law. Here you can adopt a new law that alters how voting is run. You'll be able to adopt more once a year at the end of winter. Okay. One law? You can only adopt one law at a time and have maximum of 3 laws to use. Okay. Swing votes. After voting, nobles can change their minds and vote for a different option. Monarch's golden choice. If nobles vote for the monarch's choice, they gain plus 500 personal wealth. Call for unity. Plus 1 stability if more than 50% of nobles vote for any one option. Oh, no idea. The screen out layout seems to be somewhat inconvenient and season. The honor guard, the fishy wedding, something I cannot read. Dangerous roads. Funny that you can zoom this map. Okay. A fishy wedding. A fishy wedding sounds funky. Chancellor. Your Majesty, the Archduke of Saal has invited you to his forthcoming wedding. Your attendance would help shore up relations between our two great nations. Lady Baby Cheetah, by all that glitters, great nation? The Isle of Saal is nothing more than a nest of pirates and cutthroats. Hello! And I heard it isn't a proper marriage anyway. The Archduke is marrying a fish. Okay. The groom is a finfolk. A finfolk, okay. One of the denizens of the sea. Perfectly sapient and actually amphibious. It is a fish! Oh my goodness. Well, the church doesn't agree with a man marrying a fish. We mustn't legitimize this farce by allowing the queen to attend. The fuck? Of course the queen should attend the wedding. The queen will not attend, but will send her warm regards. Condemn the wedding. So diplomatic with us. Okay. Start vote. Okay, the lower one here is Defiance down and Faith up. Option C. My head is big. Can I will do that out of the vote. Voting time! Cast your votes. Cutie Peter, your vote has not been registered. Maybe because I had the menu open. Oh my goodness. I mean, okay, it's clear it's option one, option A. Okay, got it. Four nobles voted for. Of course the queen should attend the wedding. I need to attend a fish wedding? Come on. Three. Excellent. The wedding is scheduled for next year. I'll inform the Archduke that you shall be delighted to attend. The kingdom is sliding into madness. Blame Akala! Blame Akala for that. When it's announced that you will attend the wedding, the birds are naturally scandalized. Both the peasants, sentimental as ever, are in favor of your decision. Public opinion turns against the overly strict church. Okay. That is funky. Can I change the screen layout? Not really. Oh god, what happens if I change this? This makes a bit more sense, does it? Okay, dangerous roads. Yeah, this layout, it suddenly makes more sense. And now Chatto is still there. It's on the left side. My Twitch automatically switched to different resolution mode scene. Yeah, this is actually a new feature which I introduced today on my channel. So if there are on my widescreen black bars at the sides, my stream OBS now automatically switches to different scene where it zooms in the stuff, the important stuff. It's especially funky when there are games which switch the resolution between cutscenes and shit. I wanted to try that, see how it goes. Your Majesty, the merchants in the east are complaining about bandits. Maybe it's just stinky foxes. The eastern roads are too dangerous to travel, even with guards. Gangs of highly organized, well-armed highwaymen will ambush merchant caravans and steal absolutely everything. I bet it's especially the pants they are after. Challenges. Some choices have uncertain outcomes, called challenges. These can either be random or based on a stat. The percentage shows the chance of success. Oh, great. Oh, you can actually see most of the stuff now? Laws of the land. That's my stuff down here. Okay, there's actually nothing behind my head here. So, you see everything here. What can be done about the bandits plaguing eastern roads? Okay. The monarch can take a voting option off the table. Hey, mercenary coming in. Is this something I want to take off the table? No. Don't think so. Oh, yeah, there's something I want to take off the table. I kill option A. Start voting. There you go. Oh, now you can't see the stats anymore. Ray, let me hide for a moment. So, here, have your vote. Will I choose violence? Yes, you choose violence. Why are you complaining? No more votes. Votes. Come on, Chatto. You need to vote. Send the battle-hardened regime to rout the bandits. Always this violence. Oh, everyone is for violence! Oh my goodness, okay. Now let's go. Voting has closed. 4 nobles voted for send a battle-hardened regiment to rout the bandits. You send a battalion of the East, hardiest veterans, experienced in fighting on foreign fields. If they can't root these bandits out, who can? Military challenge failed. Oh dear. A month passes, you receive word that the battalion spent weeks marching in circles and chasing bandits, who would drop their weapons and blend in with the locals. Finally, the soldiers' frustration turned to anger. In an attempt to flush out the bandits' leader, your soldiers burned an entire village to the ground and massacred dozens of peasants. The bandit leader, if they were there at all, escaped unharmed. Oh dear. Eastern peasants now view you as a murderous tyrann. Oh, great. Good job. Good job, guys. The honor guard. Now that you're queen, you need personal protection. Why? I could plunge my sword into your heart right now. Could I not? I suppose so. You need a honor guard to keep you safe from such dangers, Your Majesty. Unfortunately, this is a political decision. What are my options? Each region offers a selection of elite guards. Elite guards? The counts with Knights of the Order of the Drowned Rose. The birds with champion gladiators from the arena, and the barons offer a squad of battle-hardened veteran soldiers. Think carefully, Your Majesty. These guards' loyalties will be divided between you and the region. Of course, you could just hire foreign mercenaries. Let's be loyal to coin above all. Okay. What about the mercenaries? A band of fearsome fighters from the Tatterlands called the Battle-Bitten Brethren. They specialize in bodyguard work, and they are costly, and hiring foreigners will betray a lack of confidence in our Kindingsviking. I don't care. I want the bodyguards. I await your verdict with bated breath, Your Majesty. Oh, this is bad. I will make the arrangements at once. Okay. Battle-bitten brethren arrive a few weeks later. You have never seen such a gang of huge, unpleasant-looking cutthroats, sneering and smirking and cleaning their fingernails with daggers. Sounds like a capable bunch. Elite honor guards. We had those with the what? The puppets? Your fears are spurred by their commander, a grey-haired man who calmly explains the service they provide, as long as the coin doesn't run out. They'll sacrifice themselves to the last man on your behalf. Fair enough. End season. Buildings. Nobles can use their wealth to bid on any building in any region, each of which affects a stat. This is done through an auction where only the two most funded buildings are chosen. When the auction is open, nobles can fund with the following command. Fund AX, where X is personal wealth. Okay. When you're ready, hit start auction to begin. Okay. I guess. Okay, you can fund stuff. Oh, you cannot see the options again. Meh. Yeah, now you can see the effects. Profits. Okay. No, it's not vote, it's fund. Exclamation mark, fund. Letter and then amount. Okay, this ended automatically. I could control that one. Amount funded. Fortress, military, yada yada, akalatanara. Okay. Fancies. What do you have? Finding a spouse. In the twisty passages of your castle, you can avoid your advisors, the nobles, even the spy master, but there's one person you can't avoid. Your mother. I haven't you found a spouse yet. It's been almost a year. I've been busy. You better find one the time. Don't worry. I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What is your preference, man, woman, or do you not mind? Fuck. Any. Excellent. I'll send out messengers to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. Oh dear. Okay. An island rises. The bird village. The bird village. Your Majesty, the peasants in the east were enraged by your response to the bandit problem. Perhaps burning down an entire village was a little heavy-handed. Under feudal law, they must tithe a share of the harvest to the counts. But this year they've refused. The counts are not taking this well. The damn peasants are making us look like fools. Our cities and castles could starve in winter if the council does do something. Good argument, sheep. How should the council respond to peasants withholding grain in the east? Holy shit. Yeah, that's all good. The monarch marks the preferred voting option, and this gets one extra vote. Plus one stability if more than 50% of nobles vote for any one option. Send another regiment to intimidate the peasants into giving up the harvest. Yeah. There we go. Vote against me. Also vote. Call for vote. My goodness, how violent. Why is Cutie Peter's vote not counted? That's funky. Don't worry, Akala. I don't understand the effects, though. Fair game. Okay, but option A1. Send a thingy to thingy. Send another regiment to intimidate the peasants into giving up the harvest. You send another regiment to whip some sense into those peasants. Didn't they learn a thing from the first burned village? A few days later, you receive reports that several more villages have been burned to the ground. Most of the harvest was burned too. But at least the peasantry are thoroughly cowed. Oh shit. Oh, Creek was thrown in with Olo and Baby Cheetah. And Sleepy Olo. And Missing Kitty. And Island Rises. Lady Baby Cheetah! Your Serene Highness, your esteemed Highness, something most strange has occurred in the Ghost Sea. A new island has risen halfway between our shores and the Isle of Sar. The Finfolk raised it from the depths using their weird ocean magic. Weird ocean magic. Okay. It's true, Your Majesty. The Finfolk raised the island to celebrate the marriage of their prince to the Archduke of Sar. They will gift it to him on the day of the ceremony. Okay. This is terrible news. That island is of immense strategic importance. We can't let it fall into Salish hands. Oh, what the hell? Hey, I wizard to sink the island back into the sea. What the hell? Send the Queen to conduct secret negotiations with the Finfolk. The Queen shall just attend the wedding as planned. Send the Queen to seduce the Finfolk prince, sabotaging the wedding. No! I don't want to mate with a fish! Take voting option off the table. This one. 3. Voting time. What do we have? Oh, is it a tie? Oh. Why is Cutie Beater's vote not accepted? I don't get it. Okay, let's see what happens. Voting tied. Break the tie selecting one of these options. Haha, I get to choose. Okay, for fairness sake, Cutie Beater voted for B. I vote for Cutie Beater. Wait, oh yeah, okay. The Queen shall just attend the wedding as planned. Look, but I want that island. That island is hosting a very important wedding in a few months, and also the dowry? Surely I don't have to explain the diplomatic importance of such an event and the Queen's attendance. Okay. Guess we are ending the season again. Hidden in a labyrinth beneath an eastern castle, a pair of counts meet to speak of their schemes against the Queen. Oh. Dowry is the payment that comes with a female from their family. I think I understand it. Oh, okay. The Chancellor sent me a fruit basket last week to thank us for our efforts in helping the crown. It's working. Our reputation is secure. Our problem now is the Archbishop. His speedy little eyes will be focused on us if we are not careful. We must evade him at all costs. On the next stage of their scheme, the counts must lower their faith to 4 or less in 4 seasons. Okay. Taxation. Here you can set different levels of tax or bribes for each region in your kingdom, potentially punishing some while rewarding others. Region taxes. Balance the needs of your treasury against defiance changes. Remember, if a region's defiance is higher than both authority and stability, they can rebel. Okay. All nobles gain wealth here, but one region gains extra wealth with a trade bonus. Regions with higher trade stats are more likely to get a trade bonus. Oh. Ah, where are the rich people? The Green Party are the rich people. Cruel tax. And the barons, because they're stinky in with them. An island wedding. Your Serene Highness! I don't know, you've been rich. More rich than others. Your Serene Highness, in a few days you'll be traveling to the Archduke of Sal's controversial wedding. Surely there's a way we could turn this to our advantage. We must forge an alliance with Sal. They have fast ships. And with this new island outpost, control over most of the Ghost Sea. Or you could publicly object to this blasphemous union of man and fish. He's not a fish, he's Finfolk. Ah, same difference. This is a matter for the council, I believe. Okay. Seek alliance with that, but object the union of religious grounds. Just attend the wedding like a normal being. No religions here. I blocked out the church. I'm not sure how this game balances this. I think it might be doing it by activity. No. Can't be. I don't know. Also voting time. There's QTB does vote this time. Seek an alliance with Sal. Okay. Sal are the people who are marrying the fish people thing. Okay. Seek an alliance with Sal. Well, the council has spoken. Good luck, Your Serene Highness. Thank you, baby cheetah. Soon the time has come. You board a ship and sail to the newly risen island where the Archduke of Sal is due to marry his Finfolk groom. Lacking a spouse, you have chosen the Chancellor as your +1. Oh, I do love weddings, though I always end up in a flood of tears. At least the new island crests the horizon. It's an empty little rock, devoid of vegetation, with no buildings except a marquee and a hastily constructed church beneath. But it's packed with people, mostly minor nobles of Sal, who welcome you with cheers and bows. You file into the church. As the ceremony begins, the Finfolk Prince walks down the aisle, while the Archduke of Sal waits with clasped hands. Okay, this is the fish dude. I see. Fish dude wedding. Does anyone here know any lawful impediment to those two people being joined in marriage? I object! No. Sit quietly. Then I now pronounce you married. That's that then. Time for a party. Everyone crowds into the marquee to get incredibly drunk. As you're making the rounds, chatting and gobbling cannabis, you find yourself face to face with the Archduke. Your Majesty, thank you for coming. A toast to new husband and I. Congratulations. Thank you. It's a very nice island, isn't it? That is a matter of taste, I would say. Would you be interested in an alliance between Saal and my kingdom? Leave him to enjoy his wedding. Alliance. It depends. What do you have to offer? I'll find this. Oh, that's out of the question. My gratitude. Well, I appreciate the offer, but it sounds like you'd get a great deal from this arrangement. I get nothing at all. Meh. I'm going to enjoy my wedding party now. I suggest you do the same. Goodbye, Your Majesty. Fuck. I should have spent the money, I guess. You celebrate long into the night and wake with a thudding headache. When you arrive back at the capital, the council is furious that you didn't follow their advice. Meh. We can't believe you would outturn the rule of the council. We specifically instructed you to seek an alliance. A gift arrives the next day. As thanks for your attendance, the Archduke of Saal has sent you a silver statue of an elephant with emerald eyes. Dang. This new island proves to be immensely beneficial for Saalish trade. They expand their operations, out-competing your own merchants at every turn. Ah, shit. It's also a key military outpost. The islanders of Saal become known as the undisputed masters of the ocean, while the birds can only seethe and cope. Ah, shit. Of course, bad queen, I guess. I found 3 potential matches for you. 1 eligible young candidate from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely, you'll be securing a powerful alliance. Yes, I know. Your mother leads you to the Great Hall, where she's arranged 3 portraits on easels. For now, each is covered by cloth. She whisks away the cloth from the first portrait. This is Vladim, the eldest heir of the Eastern Akala dynasty. Apparently, they had a hell of a time getting them to smile for this portrait. Akala people are grumpy people? Okay. They've lost half of the family fortune in the gambling halls, unfortunately. Oh, and gambling. Oh, Akala. They got in some trouble with the Inquisition a while ago, but it didn't come to anything. From the coast we have Rhoda, the wealthy heiress to Lady Creek. I mean, just look at her. She's gorgeous. And apparently she's got silver tongue too. Okay. Her interests are typical of the coast. Money, 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 and making more of it. And apparently she has a dark side. Though I don't know much more about that. How does the game know that, Krieg? I like the sound of her. And finally we have the March offering. Felix, scion of the prestigious Lord Cutie-Beater bloodline. Hooray. A typical baron, really. Loud and harsh and self-absorbed, but mostly well-meaning. Is that all? Wee. What do you think? Of course, by picking a candidate, you will anger the other regions, but you will gain a lifelong alliance. Show me Rhoda again. That is Creek 707, money, 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 silver tongue. Okay. I will take Rhoda. Excellent, I'll make the arrangements. Whatever impact that has. Overrun by bandits. Killer sheep. Every day more bandits attack our roads in the east. We are overrun with scoundrels and outlaws. Spymaster, I've looked into this, Your Majesty. The leader of sorts has emerged from among the rabble. For now, the lawless scum do his bidding. Thank you. He calls himself Thomas Greensleeves, and he claims to steal from the rich and give to the poor. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? By the blood of the dead, have you ever heard such nonsense? Yeah. The local villagers idolize him. They are singing ballads about him, turning him into a legend, and they won't hesitate to let his men hide amongst them when the sheriff comes knocking. Killer sheep. Who cares who he is? We need to kill him and teach the others a lesson. Okay. It's voting time. Let me hide. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Interesting. Tempt one of the bandits to rat out their leader. Narada. You send a negotiator to find one of the bandits and offer them a sack of gold in exchange for turning on Thomas Greensleeves. Bad news, Your Majesty. Thomas Greensleeves' men are fanatically loyal. None of them are willing to sell him out. Our negotiator got an arrow in his head for trying. I apologize, I failed you, and we are totally in the dark about what these villains might do next. In the absence of immediate consequences, Thomas Greensleeves and his jovial check-and-napes grow bolder by the day, even attacking counts in their carriages. My. Yeah, lucky he's not dead. No shit. End season. Chaos in the kingdom. Deep in the forests of the March, Baroness Cutiebeater has gone boar hunting with a few of her close friends. Stinky Fox, given the recent turmoil, the council is calling for the Queen's inner circle to resign. We need to increase the pressure. If the Queen's in a weak enough position, she's got no choice but to bow to your demands. To our demands. No more interfering, Spymaster. No more Marshal or Chancellor or Treasurer. A whole new inner circle, all made up of barons. For the next stage, the scheme, the barons must lower authority to 4 or less in 3 seasons. What the fuck? In a dingy seaside tavern, 2 words of the coast need to plot their latest scheme. Hello. Good news, my friend. The palace officials have been accepting my bribes. They are becoming more and more open to corruption. Kitty, what are you getting in return? Oh, not much. A better seat in the council chamber, access to the queen's rooms when she's out, that sort of thing. But the important thing is that the queen's staff are getting used to selling their principles to the higher bidder. Highest bidder. So this is how Olo managed to get under my bed. I see. So what's next? Palace stuff are one thing, but the true prize would be the loyalty of the Chancellor and the rest of the Queen's inner circle. To do that, we need to demolish their respect for the Queen. If the kingdom is in chaos, they will see the Queen as an incompetent fool and be much more open to our bribes. To advance the scheme, how is this pronounced? Patricians? Patricians must lower stability to 4 or less in 3 seasons. Oh my goodness, I'm doomed! By royal decree, we can tweak the law. Okay. And the option with the least votes will pass. Reverse voting. Rebellion. Monomorigians are able to rebel as their defiance stats is higher than both authority and stability. Fuck. Victory points. If the rebels get more victory points than the loyalists, they will win the game. If the loyalists get more victory points than the rebels, they will put down the rebellion and continue the game. If multiple regions rebel and win, a vote between the 2 rebellion regions with the highest stats will determine the successor. Important. Rebelling regions have their schemes paused. Regions with a high military stat are more likely to overthrow the monarch with a rebellion. If stability, authority, or treasury hit 0, the rebels will win the civil war. Holy shit. Meh. Rebelling will stop the region from... What? And one or more regions is considering rebellion. Rebelling will stop them and they can't be text or part of the normal vote. Or take part in normal votes. Cannot do anything here, right? And yeah. Oh, this is new. Let's hide this. Verge of rebellion. One needed to start a rebellion. Barons may vote to rebel by typing rebel. Oh, a color! Better color. Okay, you can start a rebellion by typing !rebel. If defiance is above authority. Hey! Oh, okay. No. Kraken. Krieg! A Kraken! A real-life, honest-to-death Kraken just outside my harbor off the western shore. We should send our navy to subdue the beast at once. A kraken has every advantage in the sea battle, Your Majesty. Perhaps a lighter touch is preferable? It said kraken can be appeased by an offering of living creatures. Heretical nonsense! You cannot be considering this, Your Majesty. Military farming chance. No idea. Start voting. Do your votings. Appease the kraken with a sacrifice. Ding ding. Dozens of... What? Dozens of goats and cows are rounded up and carted off to the coast, where they are dumped unceremoniously into the water near Lady Precious Creek's estate. Farming challenge failed. Unfortunately, the strange ritual does nothing to appease the monster and only angers the church. The fuck? Before long, priests are spreading rumors about kraken spawn among the nobility, placing you at the center of dark conspiracy. Meanwhile, the accursed kraken takes up permanent residence along the coast, hampering trade and scaring much of the local population away. Dang. Shark attacks. Upsetting news from the coast, Your Majesty. Several peasants have been killed by a shark. I've already sent your condolences. You can't close my beach! Olo? You got a problem with that? Excuse me? That beach is vital for coastal tourism. You can't close it just because a few people got on the wrong end of a fish. Okay. Oh yeah. I cannot do anything. Can take a voting option off the table. I need to kill this one because otherwise I'm doomed immediately. Voting time! Oh yeah, Krieg is poor for some reason. I have no idea why, Krieg. Can't be me, right? Turns the shark itself into a tourist attraction. That's actually a great idea. Voting closed. It's genius! We flip this on its head. The patricians immediately mount an impressive public relations campaign. Come to Prosper Beach. See the world-famous man-eating shark! Thrill seekers welcome! Good job, Olo! More people are dying than ever, but at least they have all signed waivers. Everyone's happy, especially the shark, which grows very fat indeed. Hey, yo, meow meow. The royal wedding. Your wedding is to Rhoda is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. It feels like you are the only one not taking part. Instead, you are getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Rhoda at your side. No, there's no pineapple pizza at this wedding. Do you take this woman as your lawfully wedded wife? I've changed my mind, I can't do this. Yeah, dear. Then I pronounce you queen and wife. Okay. After the wedding, of course, there is a feast, and after the feast, a dance. Your new wife, Rhoda, laps up the attention, delivering a witty speech in which she flatters you outrageously. By the time you find yourself alone with Rhoda, it's past midnight and you've never felt more tired. You danced so very beautifully. It was such a wonderful day, wasn't it? I agree with her. You endure a long conversation in which Rhoda seems determined to flatter you relentlessly and agree with everything you say. By night's end, you still don't know who Rhoda really is. Her real personality is concealed beneath 100 layers of etiquette. You go to your separate bedchambers, still strangers. Oh dear. No, I'm not getting married to a pineapple pizza, eh? And season. Your Majesty, these upstarts are saying they have right to your throne. No doubt the nobles are already scheming. Yada yada yada. Oh shit! Okay. Panic in the council, an embarrassing incident, vanity project. An embarrassing incident? What might that be? Countess Akala Tanara. Your Highness! This time he's gone too far. Too far, I say! It doesn't matter what I choose. Who? Thomas Greensleeves, of course, the leader of the bandits in the east. Did you not hear about what happened to me? I was traveling back to my castle when I was ambushed by Greensleeves and his vile gang. They pointed their bows at me and took everything I had. Everything! Ah, Kala. Stop whining. The money's not gone. It's now just someone else having it. And to make matters worse, they blindfolded me, set me backwards on a donkey, and paraded me through the nearest village, singing songs about how I was the ass of an ass, with an ass for a queen. Hang on, they brought me into this? Yes, your grace, they sang a whole verse about how the crown had been mistakenly placed on the head of an ass. They spoke a lot about asses, in case you couldn't tell. By all accounts, Thomas Greensleeves thinks of you as a tyrant. He's going around telling the peasants that the true monarch is Julie of the Counts. He must hunt down this traitor. But first, he spread my wealth around the local peasantry. I demand that we take it back by force. Oh dear. Yeah, let's see. It's voting time. Re. Mm-hmm. That's so just to reclaim for the stolen fortune. Mm-hmm. No more votes? Okay. Vote fishies. Meow meow, that's not how it works. Voting tied at 1. Ah. 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 It's all bad choices. You send another battalion of soldiers to burn down another village in the east. You're getting a reputation. Fuck. With his accusations of your tyranny ringing truer than ever, Green Sleeves bandit groups swell with new recruits. Ah, shit. Meanwhile, sifting through the ashes of hundred hovels, your soldiers recover the vast majority of Countess Akala's stolen wealth. Well, Akala, there you got your money back. Meh. Most pleasing. I'm so glad I didn't have to learn a lesson from this. Okay. Your Majesty, my spies stand at the ready to track down the Greensleeves troublemaker. Just say the word. Do it! I should have said the word. God damn it. At once, Your Majesty. We'll have him within a fortnight. Okay. Panic in the council. Stinky Fox. Your Majesty, I bring bad news from the march. We are receiving reports of... I'm sure your news can... Sheep. I'm sure your news can wait. I bring urgent tidings from the east that demand the Queen's attention at once. Wait your turn, you ignorant dolt. Why don't you settle your... Oh, Krieg! Why don't you settle your quarrel outside? Meanwhile, I have news from the coast that really is urgent. Oh, I'll give him a headache. Stinky. Order in the march has broken down, Your Majesty. Some battalions have killed their own officers and begun roving the wilderness, acting like common bandits. Sheep. Is that all? By the blood of the dead? The eastern courts are corrupt, Your Grace. Judges are letting off the vilest criminals in return for the slightest bit of coin. Creek. My news is worse still. The industries of the coast are in grave danger. The workers are striking. They demand fewer hours and higher pay. All these problems have arisen because the kingdom is increasingly unstable. Your Majesty, something must be done. We're doomed! Doomed! Keep a clear head, Your Majesty. The kingdom has survived worse troubles. Unfortunately, we lack the resources to tackle all these problems at once. We must vote on which matter to prioritize. Anything goes, really. Voting time! Let me hide my head. I give you the chance to vote while I refill my last bit of Fanta. Wait, I didn't? I thought I did. Well, at least the color placed the vote. Voting is closed. Hunt down the outlaws and deserters in the march. Thanks to a helpful snitch, your marshal discovers the locations of all the outlaws' hideouts in the march. Over the next month, the deserters are subjected to swift public trials, followed by even swifter public executions. The army is depleted, but much more disciplined. The crisis in the march has been quashed, making the kingdom as a whole slightly more stable, but the nobles of the other regions feel that you are ignoring their problems. The Vanity Project. A chief architect bustles into your office carrying an arm full of parchments. Statues can be torn down, paintings can be burned. Don't you think it's time you left a lasting mark in on this kingdom? I propose we carve your majesty's visage into the side of a mountain. It will take dozens of artisans, thousands of hours, but will ensure you're always remembered. That does sound pleasing. I'm glad you think so, your majesty. It'll be a talk of the kingdom and beyond. You call about to discuss this outrageous plan. A mountainside carved in your likeness will surely get people talking, but it'll take time and a lot of gold. That's totally not a totally American thing to do. And it shall be voting time again. Please place your vote. Oh, my head is in the way again, huh? What's our color? What's the status of your finishing that game? Whatever. But this will raise defiance. Yeah, well, there's no risk. Voting tide. The nobles will fund it. The council's approval, it's easy enough matter to demand a tithe from the nobles. It doesn't stop them grumbling though. They're rich. Oh, not all of them. Olo is rich. Baby cheater. Planning starts in earnest. A mountainside is covered in scaffolding. You wait eagerly for news of the project's completion. But the work is plagued by setbacks. The stone is harder to carve than anticipated. Storms knock down the scaffolds, a rock slide erases much of the work that have been done. Oh god. Your Majesty, I have to admit that I may have bitten off more than I could chew. It will work out, right? Yes, yes, of course it will. As the weeks roll past, it becomes clear that the chief architect's grand ideas will take a lot longer to come to fruition. Oh, god damn it. Auction time. Here, you can spend money. You got 50 seconds. You got $50. Hollow is bankrupt. Oder? Buildings funded. Cathedral by Olo. Olo is the biggest contributor. And an aqueduct by Color. About your hair. Your marriage to Rhoda is not what you'd hoped. She seldom sleeps in your bed, and over breakfast you exchange only a few frosty words before she departs to a board meeting. Meh. The last thing on your mind is procuring an heir, but the needs of the kingdom must prevail. Congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair. Went as well as could be expected. You're still in power, aren't you? Still got the crown on your head. That's what matters. You've done well so far, but something's still missing. An heir. You need someone young whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do the trick. Even if they are bastard. Or the youngest of your many cousins. Oh, sheesh. I'm pretty sure I have a bastard child lying around somewhere. Yeah, I want to see how two women can giggity a hair. Ah, the traditional method. No one will object to that. I'll arrange for you to take a month off from ruling so you can get down to business. A terrible secret. Your Majesty, I bring urgent news. The counts are deliberately eroding the power of the church in the east. What, really? I hardly believed it myself, but what's even more alarming is why they are doing this. The counts are planning to hollow your mind and summon a demon to fill the void and take possession. By the time they're finished, they'll be nothing but a shell. You'll be nothing but a shell. Well, the demon will take over body and soul. By the ninth god. My thoughts exactly, Your Majesty. We must bring this sacrilege to the council's attention. Have the queen bathed in holy water twice a day. Delay scheme for 1 season. The counts are hardly a threat. Leave them to their business. Voting time! Re, evil Peter. Ding ding. Hey. Spread the word about the danger of demons. There's a lot of sticky demons. All across the kingdom, priests deliver impassioned sermons on the dangers of the seventh god's agents. More and more citizens flock to the church, and peasants place holy symbols in windows to protect their homes from demonic influence of the stinky fox. But many nobles grumble about the church meddling in their official matters. Is Queen Paws in charge of the Inquisition? Chatto. I don't know. A den of corruption. Your Majesty, I was recently accosted in the halls of the royal palace by a noble patrician Olo. Were they trying to sell you something? Maybe art? Olo art scam? Your Majesty, I'm pretty sure they offered me a bribe. It was subtle, but the offer was there. If they're bold enough to offer me a bribe, you can be assured the rest of your advisors have also been approached. Even the Chancellor? Even the Chancellor? Even the Marshal? Even the Marshal? Even the Treasurer? I'm awaiting word from my little birds, but my instinct is that you can trust the Chancellor. The rest of them? I'm not so sure. We need to call a vote and see if we can stop this sort of behavior from becoming commonplace. Oi. Crack down on bribery with punishing fines. Send accountants to scrutinize Noble Olo's books. Do nothing. Bribery is a necessary evil. Ah. Hurry. Voting time. Scrutinize. They done did that all the time in that other game. Okay. Yeah, we are scrutinizing all those books. Very good. Olo, this is an outrage! Why are you picking on me? Everyone in this council has done a bit of bribery in their day. The investigation into noble patrician Olo personal finances will take up a lot of their time. There are no flaws? Olo funded a church, go figure. You've hampered the patrician's efforts. Their stat goal will not be evaluated until the end of the next season. Yeah. There we go. An insidious plot. Somewhere in the marsh, Baroness Cutie Peter sits at a banquet, gnawing on a greasy chicken leg. She and her fellow plotters discuss their scheme between mouthfuls. The nymph god has finally answered our prayers, my friend. The council demands that Queen's advisors resign, and the Queen is too weak to resist. Our replacements are waiting in the wings. Once our advisors surrounded the Queen, we'll have complete control of what she hears. We'll shape her reality. We'll treat the Queen like a mushroom, keep her in the dark, and feed her dung. Oh, what the hell? You got it. The question is, what should we do with this control? What should the barons do when they have replaced Queen's closest advisors? Hey, why is there a countdown? Open to... Oh, this is a voting for the barons. Cutie Peter and Stinky Fox. Turn the Queen into a useless figurehead. Well, we'll turn the Queen into our powerless little puppet. Dance, puppet, dance. Sometimes it's scary how much you get into this. But it's a great plan. What now? The kingdom must return to prosperity, and we'll ensure we get all the credit. The council will see this as a demonstration of our competence. They'll insist on sweeping out the old guard. At that point, we have won. For the final stage of their scheme, the barons must raise stability to at least 5. The end game. At least one region has entered the final stage of their scheme. If they pass it, they'll win the game. There are some exceptions. If 2 or more regions pass a final scheme stage, the winner will be decided at random. If stability, authority, or treasury is 0 and the final scheme stage passes at the same time, the scheme takes priority. If a rebellion ends with a rebellion win and the final scheme stage passes at the same time, the scheme takes priority. The monarch can only win in ambition events, which will appear after you have acquired a heir. Fuck. A countess rides to a remote, unremarkable spot of moorland. Soon, another joins her. Akala, the church is scrambling for power. The High Inquisitor is losing her grip on the populace. Cheap? How exquisite. Then we can make our move unseen. We must invite a demon to possess the Queen. The ancient books describe 2 demons, each attracted to different aspects of human mind. Voting time for the counts. Which demon is best suited to possess the Queen and take her soul? Yeah, this is a color and sheep vote. Rajamasa, the Mad Tyrant, the Cockroach Queen. What the hell? The Cockroach Queen was once a favorite servant of the nymph god. But when she betrayed him, he banished her to the deepest caves where she became a twisted agent of the Seventh. She desires to rise to power once more. She will be attracted to a powerful queen whose authority is unquestioned. For the final stage of their scheme, the counts must raise authority to at least 6. Dang. Great bonus. The barons sell weapons cash to the Tetherlands, making a killing 500 wealth. Okay. Who's rich? The patricians, except for Greek. Yeah, I'm cruel. Rebellion. At long last, the counts have reached their boiling point. You are confronted in your throne room by Count Killer Sheep. A smile as sharp as a scalpel. The counts of the east will bring you down, pretender to the throne. We will rise up and fight for Julie, the true monarch. Wait, is this green guy, green sleeves guy, dude, working for sheep? This is a formal declaration of war. The next time we see each other, we'll be on the battlefield. May. There will be many heads on spikes before this war's over. Mine will not be among them. Count Killer Sheep strides from their throne room without looking back. I didn't expect them to move so boldly, Your Majesty. The counts are formidable, but not undefeatable. I hope they don't persuade any other regions to join the rebellion. That would be disastrous. The leader of the rebellion is Countess Akala Tanana. As reason for the uprising, she is citing your past transgressions, mainly the time you burned down a peasant village. Re Akala! Is it too late to apologize? It is! Now's the time for swords, not words. So this is civil war? That's right, Your Majesty. The kingdom is divided. There will be a lot of death and suffering before all this is over. I can't wait. I'll go dig out the trebuchet. What the hell is a trebuchet? Opening strike. Countess Sakala. It's been a long time coming. Over 300 years ago, the East was conquered. A catapult. Okay. A massive wooden catapult. Oh, okay, I get it. But before that, we were our own rulers with the lineage of monarchs stretching back 1,000 years. The glory days, says Killeber. Indeed, and that's why we must rise up by placing Julie on the throne. We will reclaim what we have lost. But first, we must decide on tactics. My fellow counts, I ask you, how shall we strike first? We can launch a preemptive strike against the barons to cripple their military capabilities. If we suspect the patricians may join our cause, we can call them to war. They'll be more likely to join us if the Queen's authority is low. We could also call upon the church to condemn the Queen. Or finally, we could send off an assassin to nip this in the butt. The butt? Voting is open to the counts of the East. It's that French thing. Call up on the patricians to join the cause. Oh dear. Yeah, it was a Kala and sheep only vote. The Count smuggled a secret message to the patricians. Cunning patricians of the coast. Too long have you suffered under the yoke of the Queen's tyranny. Join us in our righteous war, and if we win, we'll eliminate your taxes. Yeah, the taxes might have been a bit high. She speaks truly, says Baby Cheetah. Why did we never think of this way? The patricians are emboldened by the call to rebellion. Of course, they can only act on it if the defiance is high enough. Yeah, it is. Three. The net closes. With the rebellion kicking off in the east, the bandit problem is no longer your problem, and the counts ignore it. They have bigger things to worry about. Of course, this is good news for the bandits, whose numbers are swollen by deserting soldiers. They'll be blocking roads in the east for years to come. A bit scared about pressing this button. Sitting on a bench outside a sun-bleached villa, two patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. Olo. Greetings, noble patrician. I'd like to introduce you to some friends of mine. Good afternoon, noble patrician. A pleasure as always. Hello, is this the place? Smells like fish. Oh dear, I'm already having a second thoughts about this. Wow. I take it you have found my colleague's arguments most persuasive then? Indeed, noble patrician Olo. Made some excellent points about the Queen's incompetence. The most persuasive part was the giant bag of gold. Hey. You ensnared the Chancellor as well? Most impressive. I know, right? With their help, Olo says, we have already reduced the tariffs on trading with Kirith. Kirith. Birds. The coast prospers. Unfortunately, the Spy Master still remains beyond our grasp, but with these three in our pocket, we can do great things. We just need to decide our approach. Open! Patricians of the Coast! Vote! Who was that? That was Olo, Creek, Cheetah, and Kitty. Bankrupt the kingdom and buy the throne outright. Bring down the queen in a bribery scandal. Okay. Ding ding. Olo decided to bankrupt the kingdom. Okay. Buy the throne like it's a lump of cheese at the market. Are you mad? Quite sane, says Olo. If the queen takes a large enough financial hit, she'll be forced to look to her trusted treasurer for guidance. Don't you worry, I'll take it from there. For the final stage of their scheme, the patricians must lower the treasury to 1,500 or less. Meh. Yeah, this, no, not changing laws. End the year. Oh, yeah. An offer from mercenaries. Oh, now we get bankrupt. Your Majesty, a band of mercenaries from the Tatterlands have offered to support you in the civil war. They call themselves the Iron Mercy. I don't know much about them, but we can't afford to turn away any help. How much are they asking for? 1,000 gold from your treasury. Could be worse, right? Yeah, it could be worse. The commander of the battle-bitten Brethren looks impressed. So the Iron Mercy are available for hire. That's a good deal at any price, Your Majesty. They're some of the best mercenaries in the Tatterlands, and definitely the most trustworthy. Not compared to us, of course. Of course, Your Majesty. Oh dear. Hire the Iron Mercy to fight for you, turn them away. You may vote for option A. Yeah, off with their heads. The Iron Mercy arrive on your shores soon after. When your marshal reports back from her first meeting with them, she can't hide a satisfied smile. That is because I used one of the laws to remove that option. They have a Marshal, they have a very professional outfit, Your Majesty, each kitted out in full plate mail, wielding swords bigger than I am. They are disciplined and have a solid command of battlefield tactics. Let's hope they are loyal. Yeah. As it turns out, they are loyal and effective. They clash repeatedly with the Counts, inflicting devastating casualties on the rebel army. This is having a real impact on enemy morale, Your Majesty. Money well spent. The Great Battle. A Great Battle. Vast armies darken the landscape like the shadows of clouds. Flags are flying, drums are pounding in rhythm with the marching of boots. The kingdom is gripped in civil war. At least that's what you imagine. Most of your time is spent in the safety of your palace, poring over a giant map with your marshal. Your Majesty, the army of the East is advancing on the capital, led by the treacherous Countess Akala. I've received word from the commander of our loyalist forces in the march. If they march now, they will intercept the Counts in a matter of days. Alternatively, they could join forces with the army of the coast. It's risky, but together they'd have a higher chance of defeating the accursed Counts. What are your orders, Your Majesty? Tell the barons to fight the Eastern Army head-on. Very well, Your Majesty. I'll relay your orders to Baroness Cutie Beater, the commander in the field. Hopefully they do as they're told. God knows treachery can't thrive on a battlefield. Give our orders. But should we follow them? Meh. Barons of the March only vote. Should the parents obey orders? Cutie Peter needs to decide. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. No parent votes. Cutie Peter voted for A, but it didn't count. Try again, Cutie Peter. There we go. The whole city holds its breath. You stew in your palace, waiting for your marshal's return. Finally, she bursts into your throne room, drenched in the blood and sweat of battle. Ah, she. You look awful! At dawn, we draw up in battle formations. It's all very orderly at first, Your Majesty, but after the trumpets blow and the cavalry charge, it's nothing but blood and screams. As battles go, it was a hell of a slog. What's a slog? Much blood spilled on both sides. When it ended, even I wasn't sure who had won. Military challenge succeeded. What's a slog? But good news, the barons were victorious. Thank the nymph. Instead of the nymph, you should thank the barons. Maybe send them some flowers. Damn. The Eastern army is scattered all over the countryside. It'll be months before they can regroup. This gives the patricians time to bolster their troops. It's a slog to march through a marsh of wetlands. Okay, I think I grasp the meaning. Okay. It'll all come down to the next battle, Your Majesty. The fate of the kingdom hangs in balance. I must advise against this. You'll be in great danger, and inspiring as your presence may be to the troops, your death or severe injury would destroy their morale completely. No, I'm sick of waiting around. Very well, Your Majesty. I will prepare your armor and horse. We ride at dawn. Yeah, war pause. Sickness spreads. Your Highness, a terrible sickness is spreading among my troops in the march. What kind of sickness? You've done a lot of digging, a lot of a lot of latrines, and a lot of graves. Get away from me! Calm yourself, my liege. I don't have it. If we let the disease run its course, we'll have lost a lot of soldiers we can't afford to lose. But I'm not sure how much we can do. Perhaps the council can see a way forward. Voting time! Color's vote did not get through. Ah, Rebel. Okay. Yeah, rebels cannot vote. Oi. Okay. Hire a wizard to cure the marcher troops with magic. Hey, that costs money! A few days later, the wizard Pestia arrives at your court. She's clad in flowing black silk, wearing a mask in the shape of a rodent face. Likely black fever, likely carried by body lice. Make sure all your troops are thoroughly bathed and scrubbed with soap. Now hand over my money and I'll be on my way. That's all? Why should I give you anything for that? Ever heard the expression, never break a promise to a wizard? Your Majesty? Won't you become the main character of a cautionary tale? Ugh. Fine, here's your money. You follow Pestia's advice and order your soldiers to take a Mars bath. Within a few days, the sickness has gone away. And season. Your hair. Let's start with your hair. Your quest for an hair is finally complete. You stand before the council holding a small child in your arms. How the hell did that happen? Can someone explain me how that happened? I have questions. My questions have questions. Should I die? Ask that my crown be passed down to? The council hall is filled with nervous silence. My son, my daughter, my child. Me, my daughter. The assembled nobles break out into polite applause. By designating an heir, you've cemented the stability of the kingdom. Baby cheetah, your esteemed highness, may I be the first to congratulate you to the birth of your daughter. What is her name? Pause 2. Okay, pause 2 it is. Oh, that is a Steam achievement. Fresh hair. Excellent, your serene highness. I'm sure little Pause 2 will grow up to be a chip of the old block. Okay. Congratulations on finding an heir. Now you just need to fulfill your ambition to win the game. Expect a visit from the Spy Master soon. Uh-huh. Calling the cavalry. The marshal strides in, her face streaked with mud and sweat. Seriously, I just got into armor and went to war. When did this child thing happen? Had some trouble in the last skirmish, Your Majesty. Why don't you bring me good news for a change? In a rebellion, good news is hard to come by. When our cavalry are charged, those rebel bastards lined up their pikes and just waited. It wasn't pretty. Some of our soldiers got away, most of the horses didn't. This is a problem. I've been exchanging diplomatic messages with the Ashmedian something empire. They're willing to donate war thoroughbreds to the cause. It's in their interest to keep the kingdom's leadership consistent, Your Majesty. I don't trust them. They want us in their debt. I suggest we send scouts into Eastern Territory and steal horses from their foremost equestrian Countess Akala. That would be dangerous, Marshal. Perhaps we could purchase the Baron's horses. Baroness Stinky Fox has decent herds. Ah, all you want is handshakes and greasy palms. This is war, not country fair. Voting incoming. Okay, cast your vote. Oh my, no votes. Oh, there's a vote. Steal horses from Countess Akala. Okay. A squad of horse thieves dive into Eastern Territory and soon return with proper spoils. A herd of war horses ready for action. Perfectly loyal to those with oaths. After taking them out of their first skirmish, the Marshal comes to see you. I wasn't sure if these Eastern horses would be properly trained, but they're really decent. Thank you, Akala! Thanks for the schnitzel taxis. The Eastern troops hardly knew what to do with them. They scattered the enemy like the cowards they are. She bangs her fist on the table from faces. Servants scurry to pick up the scattered papers. The final battle. It's the night before the final battle. The atmosphere in the coastal camp is tense. Everyone knows that both sides, the forthcoming battle, are evenly matched. On the journey, you have had to leave most of the luxuries of a queen behind. But your marshal was good enough to ensure the royal command tent is always well stocked with wine. Get wasted! Abstain from alcohol. You'll need a clear head and a sharp wits in the battle ahead. Tomorrow we fight. How are you feeling, Your Majesty? Like I'm about to spew. Your marshal's expression doesn't change, but she takes a sharp step back. Now that you're here, you need to lead your troops, otherwise their morale will plummet. What? I didn't realize I'd be in actual danger. Of course. I'm glad you understand. The next day, at an ungodly hour, you climb onto your warhorse and ride out with your troops to meet the counts on the battlefield. The sky is blood red. Flags whip in the wind. Horns blow, drums beat. Both sides are in battle formations. With the enemy visible only as 1,000 gleams of swords and armor. Your troops are looking at you. They expect a speech. If we die today, we die in glory. But try not to die. Today we stand and we fight, brave warriors of the coast. They can take your lives, but they can never take my life. Oh, the answers are great. Today we stand and fight, brave warriors of the coast. Your soldiers reply with a full-throated roar that nearly knocks you off your horse. Hang back with the archers, retreat to your tent and wait until this is all over. Retreat to your tent. George! Your warhorse surges forward, sweat streaming from its flanks. You raise your sword and for a beautiful moment, it catches the crimson light of the sun. The army roars and rumbles into motion behind you. When you reach the enemy lines, however, things get more complicated. It's pure chaos. Soldiers screaming and rolling around in the mud, blades flashing and clashing, blood spurting. At some point, your warhorse is cut down, but you roll out from under it and spring back up, waving your sword. Your soldiers roar with renewed vigor. Lead your troops. You shout to your soldiers to hold firm in the face of the eastern onslaught. And inch by bloody inch, you push them back. Oh my goodness. How can the text adventure be so enticing? Hold steady, don't give in. Rip and tear! The battle lasts for hours, and then in an instant it's over. The counts are running. The soldiers cheer and chase them down, shoving swords into their fleeing backs. Victory! Glorious victory! Blood for the ninth god! I have to. I have to. That's battle fever. You'll be chasing this high for the rest of your life. After the battle is won, comes the bloody unpleasant business of hunting down and killing the enemy before they can regroup. Their screaming faces will haunt you for a long time. Heyo, Creamy! I'm in mid of in the middle of the end of a bloody war. And somehow I managed to pop a hair in between. By some miracle. And after that comes the celebration. Your soldiers rampage around camp, drunk and singing, happy to see another nightfall. Meanwhile, you and your marshal retreat to your tent to plan the next move. I can't believe I can't shake the feeling that we have missed something. I can't shake the feeling that we have missed something. No need to fret, your majesty. Everything is perfectly. At that moment, a frantic soldier bursts in. Your majesty, we've received word from our scouts. I don't quite know how to say this. Spit it out, damn you. Yes, ma'am, your majesty. The counts must have split their forces. The army we defeated was a diversion. They've got another regiment making its way through the crown lands. Ah, shit. They'll be outside the capital in a matter of days, and the patricians are too far away to help. What do we do? Time to panic! Panic! Calm down, your majesty. I'm gonna bite your chat. You're going to bite my chat? Be careful. A lot of them bite back. I've got a lot of work to do. Build up the capital's fortifications, stockpile food, train up citizens, militia. But don't worry, your majesty. This is the last-ditch ploy of a defeated enemy. We need to outlast the siege, and the patricians will come to our rescue. Why do I not believe in that? It's auction time! Everyone prepare to spend their money for whatever that stuff means. Hey! Grand Bazaar. And the fortress. Mm-hmm. And A500. Cutie Peter, you're bankrupt. Buildings funded, okay. I don't know, but according to my display here, you are bankrupt. You have 0 coins. Oh, that's not good, isn't it? The war's ended. This is just one single option here. The sun rises on a city in turmoil. The counts began their assault last night, and you have heard nothing from outside but screams and howls and the clash of blades since. Half of the capital is in flames. Soldiers rush back and forth, shouting panicked orders. You haven't seen your marshal since the night before. Perhaps she's already dead. Your honor guard are in the streets outside the palace, building a barricade and organizing last-ditch defenses. Vital work, but you're vulnerable without them by your side. Oh, cool. That'll take over. I think I'm dead in a moment. The royal court is empty except for you and your daughter, cradled in the arms of her nanny. Her crying is giving you a headache. Your wife is long gone. Last night she gathered her word and struck out to escape the capital on her own. You offered to accompany her. She refused. The queen should die on her throne, she said. Oh, great. Greeks family, bitches. Meh. Your Majesty, you must see this. Follow me. She leads you up onto the palace walls, where you look out over the endless mass of soldiers rampaging through the streets of the city. In the darkness of dawn, you can barely make them out. Only silhouettes and countless glimmers of torches. You duck as a burning arrow sails overhead. Why did you bring me here? Look closer, Your Majesty. The army is shifting and convulsing like a great beast in pain. Horns, trumpet, hoofs, thunder. The barons and the patricians have arrived in full force, a mighty hammer smashing the counts against the walls of the city. Victory! After that, it's just mopping up. The counts make a brave final stand, but they don't stand a chance. Their army is crushed. By dawn, the corpses of the soldiers clog the rivers and blanket the city streets. The crows feast like never before. Soon the armies of the barons and the patricians are parading through the city, waving their banners and showing off their loot. Meanwhile, Countess Akala, leader of the rebellion, is brought to you in chains. Well, hello, Akala. Common folk crowd into a place to watch the trial. We need a strong queen in this kingdom. You weren't up to the task. Sentence Akala to death. Throw her in the dungeon. Let her go with a warning. Into the dungeon. Stiff-backed and silent, Countess Sakala is dragged to our bird. She is thrown into the darkness to reflect on her treachery. And just like that, the East is defeated. The rebellion is over. The kingdom is yours again. Obviously I survived by some miracle. As you sit resplendent the words atop your throne, the common folk raise a mighty cheer. Long live the queen, they shout. Long live the queen. Keeping your head. I got an achievement, keeping your head. Changing with the times. Your Majesty, I'm here to tender my resignation. But why? The Chancellor is the last of your old inner circle. It all happened so quickly. The Treasurer's resignation was last week. The Spy Master vanished without a trace. The Marshal has come down with a mysterious illness, and your physician... Meh! Physicians? No, physician thinks she'll be dead within a week. I'm sorry, Your Majesty, but the Council has left me no choice. I am assured that my replacement will be most satisfactory. Goodbye, Your Majesty, and good luck. Fare thee well, old friend. You are left alone upon your throne. You wonder where your wife is, probably off counting coins somewhere. It's not like the two of you spend much time together these days. After a moment of bitter contemplation, the doors to the throne room swing open. Hail, my liege! Says Cutie Beater. I shall be serving as your new spy master. Oh god! And I'm honored to be taking my place as your chancellor, says Stinky Fox. Shall we get it right to it? First order of business? We think your role has expanded a little beyond what it should be. Go on. Council meetings are a drag, aren't they? You should use the time to relax, drinking wine in a bathhouse somewhere. Oh yeah, actually, we can take over for you, Your Majesty. Just leave it to us. Better for everyone that way. I do like the bathhouse idea. From that moment forward, council meetings are off limits. Instead, you spend your time riding horses, attending parties, and learning to play the bagpipes. Your new advisors assure you that the kingdom is thriving, the people love you, the church considers you a saint, and it's a new golden age. They might even be right. After all, people certainly look happy enough when you are allowed to give a speech or wave from the stagecoach. But is this kingdom actually thriving? Well, you wouldn't know. Better to ask the people who are really in power. Snakes in the grass? Green paws ruled, if you can call it that. Okay, Queen paws ruled, if you can call it that. For a few more years, the barons were making the real decisions. It didn't take long for the queen to outlive her usefulness. Shortly after Queen Paw's reign ended, the Inquisitors raided Countess Sakala's castle and placed her under arrest for evil magic. As she burned, she screamed the secret name of the seventh god. Good job, Akala. The patricians succeeded in turning the palace into a hotbed of bribery and corruption. But what's new about that? They failed to gain the throne and lost money in the process. A bad investment. Queen Pause was kept in the dark while the barons ruled supreme from the shadows. With the crowning of Monarch Luca, the barons expected this arrangement to continue. In that, they were profoundly mistaken. But that's another story. Queen Pause the Unbending. 2 years, 9 months. I mean, I kind of won, right? Continue your dynasty. You may now continue a game. Completed games will create new saves where you can continue the story of your dynasty. Dynasty events. Your second game will include dynasty events which continue the story of previous events. Oh god. Your nobles will return to their previous regions and keep their wealth. Save and import. You can also export your save games for other players to import and play and continue dice. Okay. Funky. I'm not sure. I'm not overly sure about the outcome, but I guess I sort of survived at least.